Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com. Keep your radio dial right here. Hot 702.5 in FM sound.
That's hot.
That's hot.
That sounds so good.
Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California's sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
What's up, good people? How y'all doing? How is everyone? What's up, Beauty on the Beat?
Hey.
My Let's Talk lovers. Thank y'all so much for being here. It is amazing to spend yet another. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got lights. Oh, we got some lights. How's that? On the hottest, sexiest station on the planet.
Uh-oh.
Hot 2.5 FM. And this is where we believe that love is an essential healing medicine. And I am your love doctor, Miss Love Doctor. I am your love doctor, though, because you have one. I'm pretty
Is it?
sure. I don't know what you choose, my friend, but we can hear it.
Hey guys. So sorry about this. Technical difficulties at the moment, but it's your girl Beauty on the Beat here, ready for you today. Thursday, it's that Let's Talk Love. You know, my voice is, I'm giving the Tony right now, but I wasn't really trying to just get over this laryngitis thing. I was having too much fun, you know. You see, last week I was gone. This week, you know, we still trying to live life out here, okay? And we appreciate you guys tuning in with us on the hottest, sexiest station on the planet. That's Hot 702.5 FM. And like my host said, Miss Love Doctor, she is here pushing love like weight. So welcome in. Of course, I'm Beauty on the Beat here, always trying to stay on beat with hair and makeup. Always did. Not always, because you remember that time that we had that show when I came in like, you know, everything, but I am still here, loving it. How is everybody's week going so far? Where y'all at? Y'all know. My bad. Y'all see me. I'm over here like not used. Okay, so let's bring back Miss Love Doctor. Where you at, girl?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? It's not glitchy.
It is a little bit though.
We got access or we don't got access.
I
This
can
is what happens
see.
when
I want to say thumbs up, but it is a little choppy though, friend.
it's a little
I
choppy.
miss you. Uh-huh.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. How about that? Because they said when the lights came
So
on, you
just
got
go out and come back in, guys. Go out and come back in. All my listeners and our watchers here, hey guys, she is getting set up, okay? anytime that we're doing anything remotely, it can have like some glitches, some blocks, and different things like that. So we're gonna get her all powdered, fresh, and ready. But while we're here, I see some people who coming in watching. Oh my God, we have so many listeners, so many watchers, bro. I don't really be thinking about y'all be seeing us, even though I put a full face on and a new wig every week. You feel me? To make sure I keep it different for you guys and for myself. But it is so good to see you guys. I hope you guys are having a great week. It's Thursday. We're going to bring her back in. Okay, it's the last day before Black History Month. So let me see my friend. Let me hear you, girl.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, Lord.
Yes, yes, yes. So I don't know what all you said, friend, but thank you for the introduction. But at this time, I want to make sure that you guys know that we're here to talk about love, but at the same time, we are also here to spread love. So if nobody has told you today that they loved you, we would like to be the first that we love you.
Gang, gang, we
And
love you.
um, before we get into this conversation, you know, I've had these two as a guest at the same time, but at this time, it's a particular special time. I don't know if y'all can see that they're both dressed very distinctly as okay, and it is Pisces season, and I give
Okay.
love to every zodiac, but obviously there's a special place in my heart for these fishes. But not only do we got day one and two, we got day one and two, and they both are very near to both of our hearts. So,
Mm-hmm.
in honor of K Nicole Looks, we have Miss Keisha in the building,
Hey.
and
Hey,
we have
bro.
always on the fly with accessories with Miss Martha, Pumpkin
Yeah.
Pie So Fly, Miss
Pumpkin
Martha,
pie. So
Miss Martha.
fly.
And so, if you guys want to be so kind to share this with other humans like yourself, that would be great, especially if they have a heart, because that's what we talk about, topics of the heart. But also comment, share, drop some hearts, call in if you want to chat with us, 702-551-5261. We definitely love to hear from you. So, today's check in today is going to be about um, Let's Get Deep, Friends Edition,
Okay.
because that's what we should do sometimes. I'm going to pull a card for you, friend. I'm gonna let
Okay.
them know. All right,
Okay.
friend.
What
This
did it say? Deeper.
this your
Deeper.
card. You ready?
Okay.
Your card. And then this is my card. All right. Who would like to go first? I don't
Our
mind.
guest. Be our guest. Be our guest.
All right. Mine says, "Do you wish your relationships were different with your parents?
Oh,
If
dang.
in what way?"
Ooh.
Um, I very much wish that Big Daddy government didn't destroy the family dynamics and put my parents in a awful
Mm.
position to be parents and put them in position to make the mistakes that they made. So yeah, I do wish it could be different, and I wish the people who were involved could have a whole different kind of circumstances as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna let the church say amen on that.
Amen. Amen.
All right. All right, we can go around the room this way.
Mine says, "What upgrades are you in need of?" How ironic. I'm currently going through quite a few upgrades in my life that
Oh,
are much needed, wanted, and in the process of.
Okay.
I don't want to get too specific.
Okay. Okay. We know.
just give us one.
Um, One, I'm refinancing my house.
Upgrade.
Okay. That's an upgrade.
Major, major.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a conversation that we need to have because there's probably a lot of people who don't know that they can refinance their house and what that looks like and how to properly advocate for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely a conversation that's worth having. All right, Miss Marceline checking in.
Who who was the last person you said, I love you too? Real simple. My little chocolate one. I just got off the phone. Wholeheartedly. My baby girl, my one and only.
Okay. All right, friend.
Excuse me. Okay, what's my question?
If you had to marry one of your friends, who would you choose and why?
Wow. Uh, I think I had this question. That's hella funny.
It's a setup.
You feel me? But I mean, my friend is my husband, and I really would marry him again just because, um, like us, like when I thought about like how long we've been together and like how many days on earth that we have shared with each other, like legit, like it's crazy for 21 years to have a connection with someone that you've been around more than you've been around your family, And he is a friend to me. I finally feel like that, even though he's my husband. And it's really, I would marry him again just because he's just a dope Pisces individual. You feel me? I'm learning that, you got to keep your Pisces near you. I feel like water feeds earth. So I feel like that's why we're able to flow. Sometimes it can be a flood, sometimes it could be malnourished because it ain't rained or whatever. But I feel like I'm understanding that now, if that makes sense.
I think that's a very lovely answer. We'll accept that. Which one of your friends would you marry
My
and why?
husband. Yeah, I said it. I said it. My friend. He my friend.
Hmm. He is. You did marry him. Hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
we talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
cool though.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. Don't answer it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you got an influence across the screen from you. Yeah.
No,
Uh-huh.
no, I didn't even look at her.
Yeah, sure. I know
Mm-hmm.
all the
Sure.
all
Sure.
the, all right. So it is very much still our Black History. I'm not gonna say month because it's our Black History all the
Every
time,
day.
regardless of what they wanna try, air quotes,
Mm-hmm.
with it. So, but we are sometimes with all of this going on, we're in a place where we really can't figure out exactly what we're feeling, what we're experiencing, and why the fact that it feels so unpleasant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you don't understand this transitional phase. You know that it's a transitional phase, and whatever y'all call it, I call them a transitional phase because I'm literally transitioning through life, through age, through growth. So you insert your word there for whatever that looks like for you, but currently you're feeling this transition, and
Mm.
especially if you've been doing the things a certain kind of way for a very long time, and it honestly becomes a portion of your identity, right?
Mm. Okay.
And once this huge shift is recognized by you, then you are like, oh, there's some type of psychological accentuational crisis that's happening right now, that it creates a physical and emotional and mental effect that you may not very much be aware that you are experiencing. But it's very much a real thing because it's not in the DSM-5 and it's not considered a mental health um, crisis or diagnosis. You may not even think that it's a real thing. But good people, today we are talking about the emptiness syndrome.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, it's very much a
Okay.
real thing.
It
And at my
is.
age, I am witnessing, more and more people having these feelings, and we're having these conversations. And it's important for us to understand that this is a real phase of life that happens. So maybe somebody with some young ears will catch a hold to this and understand that this will too happen
Mm-hmm.
to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a part of the circle of life. It really is. And we all have to deal with it at some point, and some of us earlier than others. Um, but we're unequipped, and we need to have the knowledge of this, which is causing behaviors, right? It can be
Oh,
causing
okay.
people, the way you react to things, what are your triggers, the way you behave, and you realize people say they notice how much time really has flown by. We talk about damn time sure flies, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it's different when you're watching someone grow, before your eyes or whatever. And especially if it's a human that was born inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
It was in there. This baby, this thing where it was like squishy, mushy. It was mushed in there.
Y'all funny.
And even do it. I'm trying my best. I'm a hold y'all.
I,
I'm
I
a
can't hear
hold.
you, friend.
You're not allowed to
Uh,
finish.
All right. What, friend?
so I can hear them. Well, I just heard you, but at first it just seemed like I couldn't hear you at all. I was like, wait, what's going on? Why I can see her, but I
We
can't
just gonna
hear
have to
her.
just go with it. We
You
just
good?
have to gonna see what's gonna
You
happen. I'm
good?
gonna just keep talking.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just keep on talking. So,
Okay.
seeing these little humans that were once inside you grown into humans that are starting their own families is a huge transition in your life. It's
Mm.
huge.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely makes you feel away. It definitely makes you feel away. And we have these two beautiful ladies that are my friends. Let's just keep it real. I was like, introduction, introduce. When you know, you know. They know who we are. And I did introduce their business names because they are both owners of their own lives and businesses and children. And when you have all these different entities of life, just like you, Beauty, so I'm going to have a conversation with the three of you. I do have solutions and I do have all that other stuff because I wrote the show like I would write a show, but then I remembered that I was talking to y'all. So we'll go through it and we're gonna make sure we hit on some points of what it is, how you feeling, how we transition, and some solutions,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, it could because all three of you guys have really birthed humans into this world that have now made it to a place of now. Look at her.
I know. I know. I know.
They're ready to pursue their own lives and dreams, and there are a lot of
Mm-hmm.
you guys right now, currently, or just have, or you already know what it's like because maybe you have one that's 22 and one that's like 17. So now you got the baby finna get it ready to, do whatever they're doing. So it's like you have all these questions that you ask yourself, like, what now? What
Mm-hmm.
now? Been a
What now,
parent
girl?
so long that the parent, like, usually y'all know at the Let's Talk Loves, I will ask, who are you? And they like, I'm a mom, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Those are extensions of you. It's not who you are. But people get into a place where they're truly, that's their identity, that's their role. Like, this is who I am. I'm a mother, I'm a father, this is just it. But there's so many more dynamics to us. So um let's break it down and then I got some questiones for y'all.
Okay.
So empty, let us see what empty means. It is containing nothing, having none of the usual or appropriate content. It is empty.
Okay.
I guess that's
Empty.
that is empty. It's
Love don't live here anymore. It is empty. Okay.
containing nothing or having none of the usual components. It makes
Mm,
sense.
yeah.
Having
In
no
layman's
occupant
term.
or occupants, it's vacant.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uh, without force, effects, and sufficient significance, not employed. Okay. So, what is nest?
Oh,
A pocket like, usually more or less circular structure of twigs, grass, mud, and formed by a bird, often high in the tree as a place in which to lay and incubate its eggs, and rear its young. Any protected place used by a bird for these purposes. A protected place. Look at the things that they made it with: twigs, grass, and mud. It's gonna stay.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna stay and it's gonna be sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Let's see. Let's get out of the animals. To build or to have a nest, to settle, to fit together. Okay. So, but empty nest syndrome together is a feeling of grief or loneliness that a parent may feel when their child or children, because I was checked and corrected today. Humans don't have kids. Animals
Okay.
have kids. Humans
Okay.
have. I was checked today about an hour. Hello? Let me know it. I was like, let me know it.
So we have children, not kids. Okay.
You have children. And you know what?
Okay.
In the mental health field, it is a battle of what you call a child. Like, um, we're not supposed to say kids. And most times we're not supposed to say kiddo. Kiddo was supposed to be like this neutral place now. So it's like now this battle of people who are used to saying kiddo and not being able to say kiddo anymore. So
You
it
can't say
is,
kiddos?
you really shouldn't say kiddo.
Why?
It can be considered a demeaning thing. We can look it up. We can figure it out. But I'm just
Oh,
letting you know
okay.
that
Okay. Like I said, I say kiddos all the time. Like, oh my God, look at the
you're
little
not
kiddos on.
in a mental health field as
Okay.
a professional. We shouldn't say kiddo.
Okay.
What I'm saying. So, but that man told me the way he said it. I was like, well, all right. I won't call. He said I don't have any kids. I got children. I said I know that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So the empty nest syndrome is a feeling of grief and loneliness that a parent may feel when their children move out of the family home, such as to live in their own or to have a higher education, but it is not a clinical condition. An
Why?
individual's typical character or their behavior and the union of elements such as body, emotion, thoughts, and sensations that constitutes the individual identity of a person.
That's good.
I think so. I
Mm,
like the fact that they touched on a feeling of grief. I think that's the most important thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
doesn't make it clinical because it's a feeling of grief. That's a mental state.
Grief is considered an emotion, is not considered a diagnosis.
oh,
So
okay. Okay.
haven't clinically diagnosed empty nest syndrome in the DSM-5 as of yet, but it's a real thing that psychologically happens to you. So maybe it should be put in there, like
Mm-hmm.
postpartum. It's almost like postpartum.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a
Right.
term of postpartum.
Mhm.
Yeah. So before we get into the questions, I just want to let you guys know we're gonna base today's show on parental empty nest syndrome because we have parents here. But I did make sure I look up and see that it's most commonly affected by the empty nest syndrome that others express and they feel, because we all have this human connection. And so the first one that came up was grandparents. Grandparents definitely go through the same thing, but they go through it on two different levels because their child has already moved around, and now the grandchild is now moving around. So grandparents. Oh, for all the nanas and the grandmas in the world.
I'm not ready.
Well, you got a ways though. That's a good thing.
It
I feel
says
like grandparents, you get to not do it over, but you get to have an extension of your child. So it's a really good, like, okay, I raised you and then you left me and now I have another extension, but I get to see you grow and be a part of all of your accomplishments. That's the
yeah,
best part.
yeah. And then you got to think about it. A lot of these grandparents are raising the children while the parents have been caught up in the experiment.
Hmm.
To see them go, they've already had to mourn whatever's going on with their child. So I think that one was big.
Hmm.
Um, I think this one is huge. Siblings. Your younger siblings who are used to having their older brother or sister around may feel lonely and miss their
Yeah.
companions when they move out. But
Hell
what
yeah.
about the older siblings feeling away when the younger siblings move out? That's a real thing.
Okay. I feel like
Mhm.
my sister left me. I was like, wait a minute. I know she was young. She had to live her life. But I'm like, why you got to leave me here? Don't
Yeah,
leave
take
me.
yeah. What's the big deal? Take me with you. Um,
Like, come on.
Caregivers who are individuals who have been primary caregivers for someone, whether it's a close friend, a relative, an elderly person. When you care about a person, like you typically can mourn when you have to move on.
Hmm.
Roommates, long-term roommates who have developed a close bond can also feel a sense of emptiness when the roommate moves on. And pet owners. I was like, oh Lord, real one. But although not exactly the same, pet owners do experience a familiar um, feeling when the pet passes away or moves on, maybe run away, who knows. But you do feel away. But I also had to add a bonus, and I'm gonna say step parents
Hmm.
because step parents take this role on as being a maternal or a paternal parent for a child that has nothing to do with you. And if they take the child away, it's really their choice to take the child. You really don't have anything to say about it.
No.
So it's a space that you make in a place for your heart. So I do think you feel a way about it.
Hmm.
And to highlight the feelings associated with emptiness, and they can be extended beyond the traditional parent-child relationship, or someone that you are a lover or caretaker over. So, ladies, um, what does it feel like to have a person to take care of from birth? Let's just start there. Let's dissect that first. You have this person, this little human, squirted in your coochies because none of you guys are the squirters. Something like that, purposefully, respectfully, disrespectfully. It's a thing for me, and we'll break that down. I'm healing. I'm not healed. Okay, you guys are the receivers of yet children, right? What does that feel like to have this person to take care of from conception?
First,
Ladies, anybody?
first of all, it's a sense of responsibility. It's a sense of having to. It's a sense of you don't have a choice. It's all of these different things of knowing that this is what you have to do from birth. So that's the easy part because you get easy. That's the easy part because you can accept that.
But friend, it is a choice.
It is.
Yeah.
Different.
But friend,
Make the choice to do what's right by their children, and they tend to mature,
Yes.
regardless of their age. They mature right then and there, and their life revolves around their children. So everything that they do in their world. Well, I'm going to speak for myself.
But that's why I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You gotta speak for yourself.
Yeah, like I
gotta
have
There's no choice.
You gotta speak for yourself, baby.
Right.
because
The first thing of it is just because you can produce children, make children, have them, birth them, does not make you a parent. Does not make you a mama. It does not make you a daddy.
And when you don't birth none, don't mean you inadequate.
No, it does not.
Marquita, where you at with it?
girl. Well, I mean, I feel like I always wanted to be a mom. So feeling like you have, I mean, from a kid, if you play dolls and you get to see, like you watch movies, I was a movie kid, to be able to see people grow and you have responsibility to be able to overlook and make sure you take care of that person. So that was a challenge that I felt my parents failed at, unfortunately, that I felt before I had my kids, okay? But that's what I wanted to do right by them. I wanted to say like, okay, well, if I am able to not make a perfect person, but someone that is loved, someone that is wanted, and someone that, like gave me purpose to make sure that it's not just me. Like I was okay sleeping on a couch on the floor. I was okay with things that, didn't really do anything for me. But as soon as I had my child, yeah, like I knew that he didn't deserve this. He needed stability. I needed stability as a kid. He needed someone that was going to say, I love you. He needed someone to be able to, figure out what he wanted to do. Because this is his life. I feel like I got mine, but I want to see what you want to be. And God gave me to you. So I want to do right by God too. You feel me? So all of those things.
And I mean, y'all, but that's the biggest message is when you choose to want to do what's right and what's best. It's a choice.
It is. And when I seen my sister choose to have that baby at that age, I was like, wait a minute. That's a big responsibility because it's not just you making your plate, your food, your clothes. You're not doing that. I'm a middle kid though, so I was kind of used to taking care of other people. So it was just an extension of taking care of someone else, seeing the bigger picture. But
yes,
you hit on a big point too with the baby dolls. I don't know my Chicago come out, but because we took it serious.
Mm-hmm.
I took it
nature.
With that Cabbage Patch when I signed that birth certificate. Okay, baby, don't you mess with my child. And Mama Bear was on it, so it is like we're conditioned to be these people, but I do think we're born to be these. I think it's genetically in you.
Yes.
I think it's genetically in you or it's not, because my niece, she never heard nothing about it. She carried Minnie Mouse around from the age of conception till we washed her. She didn't talk, and then we had to find another something. But she was my baby, and it's like
exactly.
Show get back to the thing. Just because you can make children, don't make you a mama or a daddy. That makes you be able to produce human beings.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because we have a conversation often on the fact of like people come at me sideways because I don't have children, as if I'm just no brains, no motherly, no nothing.
Like
I'm just
the value. Yeah, they devalue sometimes.
Like, okay, we can beg the difference to that, but I do think that's a question that's often skipped over, like. To be in that position, like I know I saw you when you gave birth. You have a picture where you looking It's a look. I know every mother, like I go through your photo album and I catch that picture when you
Man,
looking at this new baby, like
That's when you make the choice.
right?
now the
Man.
decision's made.
But I think
But
I'm
once they look into your eyes, bro, that's the biggest thing. It's like once they see, when you see yourself within them, it's just something like it connects us. It's the wires that God made it to be. Like I'm his source of food. I'm his source of nourishment. So I think that is where our kids get that connectiveness from us because they're from us.
But to speak on that, what are they to us? You know, we say what we are to them, right? They depend on us. But guess what? A part of this empty nester stuff, we depend on them too. They're our drive.
Codependency. Let's talk about
Yes.
Hell
how
yeah.
much or how often do you feel, and let's be honest, that you have become codependent on the child?
I
Man.
struggle with that
Yes.
right now today with my son, him being 30, and
Period.
I should not. I think it has a lot to do also that I am single. And I'm like, I should not be calling my son because my toilet is running. And I know my son's gonna come over here.
But he know how to
guess
fix it
what?
though.
He won't even, I don't even have to ask him. My son will come to my house, he'll hear the toilet running and go in there and fix it.
Okay. Ooh, you just brought up a whole new thing.
Oh,
Period.
But I
can't wait for my kids to do me like that. Okay.
wanting for him to come
No.
and hear it.
Can we tap on the fact that you
Like that
raised,
makes me feel so much.
you raised,
Cheers.
ooh, this goes so many different ways. Like you raised the man that you require. He's a man's man. He don't need you to say the toilet is running. His ear is keen to it. So in reality, I don't think you should feel bad. He's a man.
yes. What you wanted him to be.
And you raised him as such. Because you don't have to tell this man nothing. And you ain't have to tell this man nothing since he was like 16, 17 years old.
You ain't have to tell him nothing since he was 6. No, I'm just
True that.
He's been
Okay.
He his son. His son is him too.
I think he is just being a man's man.
Yes.
And he will know when to step back when a man's man step up.
Yes.
I believe that whole
Yes.
So you gotta get yourself clear on who you raise.
And he's not going to release that purpose until that happens for you.
And he'll do it respectfully.
Yes.
Otherwise he'll tell you disrespectful. He,
Okay.
oh, he will. It's probably disrespectful. But yeah, so where are you at with that?
With the whole,
codependency.
I feel like that because it becomes a point where, you know, I need to see them. I need to feel them. I have to do this. This is my motivation. This is the reason why I do everything that I do, every choice that I make, every decision that I make, every dollar that I spend. My life. My life. I can't make a choice without thinking of 3 babies that I birthed.
Yeah.
So, because guess what? They're 3 individuals and they have 3 different personalities. They're humans, right? So they start expanding in the world and they start telling you things like, you be like, come on. You know, you start getting checked. You start coming to a realization. But guess what? It's all you. So it's a reflection of you too. You have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's the reflection.
It is. But it's the best part though, because again, at some point we're just coaches, like I say. Like my son is 17. I can't play his game for him. He has to go out and figure what that looks like. So it's my job to he got the tools for me and his dad. Now, the shit that he may have seen that was not the best, he gonna pivot and learn how to do other things. So it or he can, you know, come and ask and do all those great things. But the best thing about just being able to, you know, like, even though I'm not scared for my son to leave, I'm not going to be used to it because you already have let them do what they're doing. So it's going to be different. So I think that even though I still have 2 kids that will be at the house, it will still be like a missing part of our unity that's been for the past 18 years. You know, like this is something I wake up, I see you. I go to bed, I see you. Even now when he's going out to hang with his friends, I'm like, wait, it's 12 o'clock. Like, you got to call me. You got to let me know that when he gets older, he ain't got to do that no more, you know? So that's kind of scary, you know? I'm
I
like,
will say,
Yes, he do.
and
his
he gotta do
location
that.
be
He
off.
gotta do that. Please.
I definitely still got the location.
you
Like,
still,
You ain't got to be in their business.
I don't care what y'all in the world doing, but when I
I didn't even
feel
know where you
the
at.
need to look and see where you are, like I could be driving down the street and I can see something going on.
okay. So I can, okay.
Check the location just to make sure that's not my son over there. So I still have.
And just to think about something, I know my codependency and my thing is my situation is completely different, right? I have a lot of other different situations, but I still feel like I can relate. Y'all can tell me if I should kick rocks or not. But I feel like trauma created a codependency, especially the banner says levels of intimacy, if you could tell E that. Because something happened traumatically while I was raising my sister and my brother, it got to a place where I was freaking out. I was freaking out and I was manic and I was overprotective to the point of like, you better call me, you better tell me where you at. I gotta know where you at. Like, it was just like a codependency to the place of where I needed to make sure that they were okay at every second of the day, to the point where I know that it will cause some issues with them. Right. So I'm gonna say that maybe sometimes trauma creates a codependency that you don't necessarily have naturally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Trauma, and this is such thing as people try to be this perfect parent. There ain't no such thing.
Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing.
Yeah, right.
So we have to expose them to a life of what life is, because baby, the world gonna teach them.
Yeah.
You do.
Okay.
You do.
Ain't no perfect. We walk in a walk, okay, of imperfections, and a lot of these parents don't want to expose those truths to their kids. I'm not saying you gotta be raw, but it's some truths that
it's real.
We shelter
it's
them.
Real. Yep. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
No, we have to put them up for the world, because the world gonna kick their ass.
No, that's real.
They better know. They better know. But yeah, you gotta be. But I think kids be paying attention anyway. These kids nowadays have so much in front of them, and they are able to consume so much more. So even like my son like ChatGPT just told me how to set my whole life up for me to be able to do this, and this. He like, all I gotta do is follow.
But it's
credit. But it's more like credit. It's more like the things that he is trying to get the game. He get street knowledge. He got to learn that going through the ins and out. But if there's a blueprint, like you've always told me, like there's books, there's education out here for you to learn, and he's figuring out the way to get it, to be able to learn that now. So to me, you got the game in front of you, and whatever else I can support, I'm always gonna be there. But that's what we got to do for our kids.
And that support, okay, so that's the separation between this empty nesters and being the thing, right? We have to know that we've taught them everything, right? That we know, that we got in us. Look at us, right? So they're out in the world. Now we have to be the support team. That's the separation, and that's the issue. That becomes it seems like that's the, we don't know how to separate.
You ain't lying, because you want to do it. Like, hold on. Let me get it. I got it. I know how to do it. Let me just, no, you hella right. That's hella true. That's the poor part.
Yes.
They have
like, I'm filling out this paperwork. Can you help me? Instead, we like this. We
Let me fill it out for you.
Yes,
I just want to make sure they succeed. What
ain't
you say?
lying.
I got it.
Right.
I got it.
And then when they can't do that for themselves or their spouse or whatever, then it's like you got a whole nother issue. Then you upset that you got to do. You ain't never lied. That is a real. That's a whole
But I
nother
think the
motherfucking
difference
topic.
in that is you seeing them being able to do it and succeed, or you seeing them hitting a brick wall,
But
True.
also,
and you're wanting to avoid that. That's the difference.
that is too. But also, you got to take time to do that. Guess what? You installed them. They know what to do.
But you got to know what you installed them with.
Right.
We ain't talking about, ooh, did I show them? You know,
Right.
and be
It's like-
okay with saying what you just learned.
Right.
Because you might have just
So this
learned
is
it.
my thing is, I ask them basic questions. Do you know how to read? Yeah. Do you know how to write? Yeah. Do you know how to count? Yeah. Okay, well, you can figure the rest out because it's basic. You put them together, right? You're smart enough.
You know how to read, right?
to say you're smart enough to figure this out
Yeah.
on your own.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's the detachment because we're so used to saying, I'll figure
That's
it out
that-
for you.
That's that kick them out the nest.
Yeah.
Because they throw the baby bird out. They
Right.
throw that
They
baby
do.
bird out.
They do. You gotta fly or fall. Fly or fall.
Like, if I leave you here, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to fly. Whoop, kick you out the nest.
Yes. And so that comes from this detachment too of
Uh-huh.
we're so now, because we're so used to doing it, right? Just back. It's so easier for us to get it done and to listen to them, to see their fame, see them pout, hear them. Where it's like, guess what? We are not gonna always be there. We're not the world.
Yeah.
This is not the way the world's gonna treat you.
True.
And you need to be equipped.
Like, hold on, let my mama fill out this application for me. Okay, well, I don't know my social because my mama know my social. Okay, hold on, but my mama don't make my mom make my doctor's appointment.
Okay, so knowing that we only got a few minutes,
You know how to call like that.
right? So I think it's important.
I'm
For one,
listening.
we're probably gonna run this
Uh-huh.
back because I definitely want to do a proper breakdown, but I wanted to give y'all a space to really talk about like what you're feeling right now. Like, I know your son is 30, but you have one that's older and one younger. You have one that's graduating, already preparing to move out. Like, this current feeling, like, what's that like? And then I want to get to a place of like, how do we find out? How do you recreate your purpose?
We're lost.
It's been ongoing. My son is 30, so I've already done he's graduated from high school and he's moved out, type of thing or whatnot. And that was weird. Because he done moved out and with his girlfriend, I'm still at home buying cereal and shit and stuff. And I'm like, first of all, I don't even like cereal like that. I know this kind of cereal. It was weird. But even now, my son has his own family, his own, place, businesses. He's been doing his own thing for quite some time. And I still feel, like I don't know what at times, what can I do for you? Because he's self-sufficient.
And you
So
want,
I
you
still
still
wanna-
want to do. You still want to insert.
My son just turned 30 on Valentine's Day. And all these years, I've always made sure we go to dinner, we're doing something, right? This year, I was like, his girlfriend had things planned. I'm like, I gotta let go. I gotta let go. I gotta let him do his thing. But I didn't even realize I was still doing that until she called me like, okay, what do you think about this?
Yeah, she's making plans.
She's
But at
making
least
plans.
she accepted you.
Yeah,
because
because
that was sweet.
Attached. When they extremely
she got it.
exclude you, it's a whole different level of grief that I don't think either party realizes. The new person that's involved and the person that's in your family, when you've included this person for so many years, and then now you get cut, you know, and you expect to like, all right, you know, I'm in a relationship. It is what it is. Like I have to like now cut. I didn't cut it. You cut it. That's a big thing. That's a whole.
It is.
It's so many levels of. So, what do you guys think is a way that you have helped yourself to rediscover your purpose? Because now you realize that this title as a parent, now grandparent, is ever revolving. So now who are you? Now what do you do with you, the brand new you?
Guess first of all, you have to accept that is what it is. That's what's happening.
Acceptance.
Okay. Acceptance. The next thing is that you have to rediscover, because you've been so many different people for so many people, you know, for so many others.
She said rediscover.
So you have to rediscover yourself. Okay. So I've had 3 kids. So it's 3 different levels of different things that keep happening because it's 3 different, you know, it's a boy, it's a girl, it's a boy, 3 different ages. So it keeps happening again and again. So now it's like, okay, each stage though, I'm a different person, right?
Yeah.
This is the end stage. So ain't no more. Who am I? What am I going to do? What's happening? Because guess what? I let them in the water. If they drink it, they do. If they don't, guess what? Hey,
you are full of it because if they dehydrate, you're gonna
right.
Open your mouth. Let me. It sounds good, it's not true.
But you can't let
it sink. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. You can't let them sink, but you have to know at one point you give them the tools.
I agree.
That is necessary.
Yeah. But it is scary. Like I said, I mean, being a single parent. You're a single parent.
To another level because they become everything that you have.
Okay. What you saying?
And all your focus.
Well, for me, the upside is like with the kids, I kind of shifted in the beginning. I shifted the focus on my husband to the kids. And once the kids are gone, then I feel like I'm able to focus now on the husband. But I know that wasn't going to suffice because a lot of relationships don't last that long after the kids are gone. So for me, trying to rediscover who I was going to be as they started to hang with their friends and not be in the house so much because I want them to have their own lives. I don't want them to be an extension of me. I want them to be an extension of themselves and whoever they want to be in life. So for me, it's like, okay, well, let me start doing me. So then that way they can see, well, hey, mom is focused. She was there. I always want my kids to always feel like I was there. But I also want them to see like, dang, she doing this. Dang, she doing that. She doing that. And it's for her. It's for me. So then that way me and my husband have something to look forward to. Because again, when they have grandkids and they have their wives and things like that, I got to be next to this man.
Yes.
So these are the things that I want to make sure that, hey, now that I know that they are capable and able to do those things, I just want to support that. And I want to learn how to support myself better. So then that way, that's my new purpose of me figuring out me. Yeah. I owe it to them. So then that way they can do that for themselves.
All right. Did you go?
You did before me.
Redefining your purpose?
Redefining my purpose? No, I didn't. I think, honestly, redefining my purpose for me is traveling. Traveling, getting outside of the house, going and doing things that I want to do, you know, is me rediscovering who I am.
I think traveling is such a great one. But I definitely appreciate you guys. Y'all know these 55 minutes go by fast.
Super fast.
So
yes.
This is a topic that we will bring back because I think it deserves a little bit more in depth. And to all of my people out there who did a great job being family, being parents, being siblings, being grandparents, caregivers. Okay. Shout out to you and much love to you, and have a great time enjoying you, because you did that as a sacrifice for the human that you needed to do it for. And now it's time to sacrifice all those same things for you. So whatever that looks like, I hope you enjoy it. You know, I want to be a part of it. Please let me know what those things are. Send me videos, everything. I welcome videos. But I definitely would love for you guys to come back and talk love with us next week on Thursday at 6 p.m. And until then, we want to make sure you know that we love you.
We love you. Have a good night. Enjoy, guys.
Hi. Hey. What's up? What's up?
All your favorite artists
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
on hot 7025fm.com.